Hey, today I'll review book Attitude is Everything, chapter 10, and the last chapter is a great chapter. The title is Make a Mark That Cannot Be Erased. Make a Mark That Cannot Be Erased. Very powerful lesson. So I will start by probably I read one long chapter, and I really liked it. Not chapter, but paragraph, and I really liked it. I want you to plant yourself like a seed because, like a seed, the outer shell is going to die off. And when that happens, you will cast off all your past negative experiences. You're going to become grounded in what your purpose is and what you are supposed to do. And you're going to endure some long winter nights and some hot summer days. There is a price you will pay for living your dream. You will have to make some sacrifices, but it will be worth it if you are willing to stay committed. You're going to take a root. When you are rooted, you will become fully committed and you will be unswayable. No one will be able to talk you out of achieving your purpose. One day you're going to come up through the soil. You will start to rise to take action, and the momentum will carry you forward. When you surface, you will see the results of your efforts, and you will know that you are ready to make a difference. You will be ready to plant some positive things, seeds in other people. That's very powerful. That means that we are seeds. We are like seeds. We are growing. That means it will take some time to really that shell to die off, to make sure that we're able to spend some time underneath the ground. A lot of people will not see our changes, will not see our improvements because we underground. And that's why a lot of times when you really grow, improve yourself, even though you see that you change, you improve, you grew, and you're a totally different person, other people are not able to see that yet. But when you're really able to finally come out of the ground, and after a long time, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time for a seed to really come out of the ground, and you need to be okay with really take some sacrifice to really get out. So a very powerful paragraph on that. I learned that the most important thing we can do with our lives is to understand our purpose and release our potential so that we can plant positive seeds of hope, love, encouragement, and faith in the lives of others. That means that you share that, but the most important purpose is to release our potential that we could add value to others, to serve other people, to make a difference on other people, to make an influence, positive influence in other people's lives. I truly believe that. So no matter what has happened to you in the past, no matter what state you are in any given moment, you have the power to turn your life around, to pursue your goals and dreams by adopting an empowering attitude and taking the actions necessary to move forward. Again, this is a very, very powerful lesson. That's why I'm reading very slow, because I really want to understand that it says that it doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life right now. In any given moment, you're able to choose, say that, okay, I'm not willing to settle for what I have right now, and I'm able to really, and I have a power of choosing, and I have a power of building an attitude that really shows me that I have everything what's necessary to start to build my future, to start to build myself. And for the first thing that what we need to do is maybe start by building attitude, not by building anything else. Build attitude and then build everything else afterwards. If this is really sometimes it could be that you're going through a lot of stuff, and everyone is going through stuff. So first thing we'll be able to do something is build attitude and then build everything afterwards. And while most people spend their energy seeking the course of least resistance, Art, the guy who he shared example, sought the course of the higher elevation. He didn't ask how much it would cost, how much it would hurt, but rather how high it would take him. It's very, very powerful. That means that when really we have some struggles, difficulties, we have a choice to make. We can say we can go the path of least resistance, and it might be that it will be average, comfortable way. Or do we want to be the best of the best, and we choose the pathway that gives the best results? And that, of course, might be much more difficult, and it'll require to give up some things, to sacrifice things. So do you want the least resistance and average results, or do you want the best results? But of course, that will require some sacrifices. So pain comes to teach us. He said, if we become frustrated, we have lost the lesson. This is very powerful. If we become frustrated, we have lost the lesson. When we see pain as having a purpose in life, it drives us closer to our dreams. It means that every single time when you have a pain, a setback, disappointment, we're supposed to seek the lesson, what we learn, because all those lessons are inching us forward. Because a lot of times when you think about success is inching us forward. But what happens is that every single person who really able to learn from a failure understand that they learn much more from a failure than from a setback than from success. So that means if you learn more from a failure, that means that failure moved you closer to your goal than even success. Very powerful. So that means that both of them are moving forward. Sometimes failures even more. So that means if we become frustrated because of a setback, that means that we lost lesson. Before the accident, I was looking for a way to make a living, he said. Since the accident, I have been looking for a way to make a contribution. There's a massive difference between what we're looking to achieve in our lives. Sometimes it's just making a living, just to support day-to-day things, just to eat, go to work, and that's it. But when you really change your attitude and intention of your life and really go to really make money, not to live, but just to live a life. Because there's two different things that you're able to make money to really just to make money. Are you able to make money to add value to other people? And there's a massive difference. And I think that is when you really transition from intention, I think it's much more happy to make that money because you want to make a contribution. I shared a lot of examples of people really making a huge impact in other people's lives. I'll not share them. And one of the people that he mentioned was Nido and Nido. And Nido believes that life is 1/3 earning, 1/3 learning, and 1/3 serving. So 1/3 of life are earning, 1/3 is learning, and 1/3 is serving. And I truly believe that means when we're supposed to really make money, that's as important. We're supposed to learn, improve ourselves. That is important. And we're supposed to add value to people. That's important. And if you sometimes, I think that if people spend 70% in earning, 10% in, or 30% in learning, and they never serve, you always feel that something is missing. At least I did feel like if I do not give, if I do not volunteer, if I don't add value to people for a long time, it seems that something is missing. So it's really believe that we always say that when you look into our schedule, when you look into our time, how we allocate our most important resources, time, money, and energy, do we allocate any of those resources to really serve, to learn, to improve, and really to improve our earnings? There's a lot of great stories there, and the gift of sight. This story illustrates that even when you cannot see results of your work, you are still able to know in your heart that you made a tremendous difference in someone else's life. Don't ever forget that there are so many needs and so many ways in which you can make a difference. He shared a story that there were people who were giving glasses to people who were not able to afford it. So that means that they were giving glasses, and those glasses was given to teachers, who teachers gave to the kids. So that means even though that some people was not able to see the kids receiving those, but they know in their deep heart that they add tremendous value to those kids. So knowing that even though they're not able to see, you're able to feel and understand how much influence you're able to do if you are willing to find a way how you're able to add value. The next is an attitude of service. Marian Wright Edelman, a Yale Law School graduate and civil rights activist who founded the Children's Defense Fund, said, "Doing good for others is just the rent you pay for living on this earth." Such a beautiful thing. Doing good for others is just the rent you pay for living on this earth. She's talking about taking on an attitude of service and turning that attitude into action by serving others, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do. We all have time to serve if we make time, and we should all make time as long as we have time. It's interesting because, as I said, there's three most important resources that we have. We have time, we have energy, we have money. And sometimes it might be that you don't have one of those, and you're able to allocate the other one. And sometimes just having that nice encouragement word is serving, is adding value. Because a lot of times people don't hear enough encouragement words. Being able to encourage someone, this is a massive act of kindness and service at the same time. We can all find the time to give back, because along our journeys there have been those special people who took the time with us. As Dr. Cole stated in her recent address, anybody can be great because anybody can serve. All you need to serve is a heart full of grace and a soul motivated by love. That means, again, this is everyone can be great because everyone is able to serve. Because at the end of the day, the most people who are remembered are because of their influence, because of their value that they were able to bring. So that means every single person is able to find a way how to add value when they're willing. Because at the end of the day, when we think about people say, I'm busy, I don't have time, you put time where is your priorities. So when you think about your priorities, where are your priorities? Because you will find the time for your priorities. And if your priority is really adding value to people, you'll find the time to add value to people. Making a mark that cannot be erased. To make a mark, he explained, is to really make a difference in somebody else's life. So it means when you really made a difference in other people's lives, you made an influence. They will always remember you. They will, because it doesn't matter what you said to people, they always remember how you made them feel. And it's interesting that I truly believe that when you really make a difference in one person's life, you're potentially making a difference in thousands, maybe in millions in people's lives, because your lesson potentially transcend to generations to come. It is just massive, massive difference. Just one person could lead to thousands and millions of people down the road. Pastor Dollar reminded me that my focus should be on showing my thankfulness to God for His gifts to me by developing them and sharing them. So that means that there we have our gifts, and our duty is to develop them and really share them. That's a very powerful lesson that we're supposed to always be appreciative of the gifts that we have, and we're supposed to develop them and share them. You must not only be hearer of the word, but doer of the word. That's such a powerful lesson as well. You not just listen to the lessons, you need to do the lessons, really execute on them. It's very powerful. To be a world changer, you first have to change what is inside you. To be a world changer, you first have to change what's inside you. So you need to change your world inside before you're changing world outside you. So that's it for chapter 10, last chapter. This is really probably, when I think about all my 150 books that I read, probably I could put it in top 5, maybe top 10. Really one of the best books I have read, and I highly recommend to take and really enjoy this book and learn a lot. I think this book is supposed to be one of those books that's supposed to be reread, because there's a lot of things that we need to reflect on and meditate on to really make sure that we're able to implement those things in our lives, because I think that this book is a life-changing book, and I highly recommend to read it. So I hope that it was valuable, my lessons learned, and I hope that you will take this book and learn by yourself. Okay, bye for now.